Ursprünglich ist sie in Venezuela beheimatet, hat in Jena studiert und zum Thema Gifte. Also ihr Spezialgebiet ist Toxikologie und entsprechend wird auch ihr Thema heute Abend sein. Der Vortrag wird auf Englisch gehalten, da das Deutsch noch nicht ganz mächtig ist, aber es sind ja alles hier intelligente Menschen. Ihr werdet dem englischen Vortrag folgen können. Der Titel ist Don't You Know That You Are Toxic? Es geht um Developmental Toxicology, also Gifte, die sich auf den Entwicklungszustand eines Individuums auswirken. Und außerdem habt ihr hier nicht nur eine erfahrene Slammerin vor euch, sondern auch noch eine Miss Kuba, die indem sie sich in Kuba zur Misswahl stellte, auch auf bestimmte Umweltgeschichten aufmerksam machen wollte. Einen herzlichen Willkommensapplaus für Dr. Kiara Aiello.
Danke. Dankeschön. Thank you so much for your attention and for letting me talk in English because, yeah, my German is a work in improvement. So when you hear this question, don't you know that you're toxic? Obviously, we'll answer no. Most of us will think on a song of Britney Spears or Mark Ronson. No? Yes. Ha. Oh, where is my clicker? Here. But to me, after doing my first research, the answer of this question changed completely. It was, yeah, I know I'm a little bit toxic. And actually, we are all. Because we are exposed to so many substances nowadays that are affecting the normal brain development. And I'm going to tell you everything about it with a nice example. I want you to think of a smoothie. Yes. Pick the best flavor. If you hate smoothies and have no recipe, just take this one. Smoothies are a combination of fresh, healthy fruits and vegetables that give you energy. And the key of success with smoothies is that you have the right amount of each fruit, not too much sweet, not too much acid. It's the perfect combination. And during brain development and development in general, you need that. You need the perfect combination of every tissue and every cell of your body and every connection. Now, if we compare the brain with a smoothie, something like this, or like brain smoothie, yeah, we will have specific cells. You must maybe recall the neurons, but you also have cells that will hold the structure, and you need them in specific amounts. Why is it sounding like that? Okay. And the tissue will start developing, the brain will start developing, and to communicate and make this perfect blend and this wonderful organ, you need substances, because neurons cannot talk, they don't have a traffic system to move, because actually they move from diverse regions they are formed, they will move to their final target, and all of this needs the specific substances to happen. But what if we have some random substance that shouldn't be there? Like, I don't know, oil, maybe? Will you drink a delicious smoothie with some petroleum inside? Raise your hand and I will give it to you if you want to drink it. But I bet you won't. And unfortunately, we are exposed to many substances that we have no idea about that are affecting this normal development. And I bet that if we knew, we will avoid them completely. It's so simple. We just remove them from our smoothie or remove them from our brain. And that's where I get a little bit obsessed on the topic, maybe too much. Especially because during pregnancy, when the brain is being formed, this embryo have no way to protect it. It have no way to protect this wonderful organ. And then you will end up with a good mixture, but with some substances that will not let it communicate on the way it should be, and you will have, for example, different forms of autism or even deficiency in your IQ. And this goes on up to 2 years of development. After 2 years, our brain is kind of more resistance because it has the blood-brain barrier that avoid these nasty substances to get in. Now, I could talk and talk about all the substances that are around us right now affecting our future, like generations, if somebody's pregnant here, or affecting ourselves, but that doesn't work. I don't want to scare you. I'm just gonna give you my personal experience. How to avoid this? First, I have to show you some neurons in movement so that you believe me. They move at the beginning of development. And then I'm gonna tell you, now that your mind hopefully is open and ready for it, how to enjoy poison-free products that are available out there, are actually cheap and nice to use. I have been trying this. I have been applying my research into daily life since 2 years, but the last month preparing for this talk, I was very obsessed about it because I wanted to walk the talk. So every day when I woke up, I was like, okay, which toxics are here in my house? In my house, I have not so much control because I live in a vegué, so I cannot change the paint or the windows because we have a lot of plastics that are fire resistant to be indoors and actually are leaking out the substances that make them fire resistant, and these are very poisonous for us. But there is an easy solution. You just clean the dust. Yes. Every time you clean the dust, you remove these substances because they link to the dust, and that's how you get them inside of you. Especially if you have children, avoiding dust is the best. Please don't clean the dust with a bunch of random chemicals, like these beautiful pots you see in the supermarket. No. Just remove it with a vacuum cleaner or simply with water and some vinegar. That's much better. And if you use these beautiful products from the supermarket, read the label and use the gloves. It's worth it. Now, after waking up, I generally get ready for the day, or beautify, or whatever you want to call it, and go to take a shower and put cream and etc. Now, all these creams with wonderful perfumes, they are full of solvents or some other substances like toluene and phthalate that make the smell to last long. And we don't need them. It has been proven by Columbia University that is very, very linked with decrease in IQ, obesity problems, and that's something we have been noticing is rising, and it's no wonder. We have these chemicals all over. So what I do, just simply enjoy bio coconut cream and start doing my own makeup, which is also a work in progress. It's not working that good, but it's fun. And at some point, you just have to try it. It takes less time than trying to choose something from the shelf in Rossmann or DM. You have so many options and so many smells, tropical this or fresh or cookie, I don't know. I don't want to smell like that, and nobody should because it's just poisonous. And last but not least, talking about nutrition. This was my biggest challenge because for me, eating is very social. So of course, I try to eat fresh and bio because it has less pesticides. Of course, not any bio label is bio, but it really reduces the amount of pesticides you are exposed to, and pesticides really mess up with how the neurons reach their final target and the whole brain communicates, so it's worth it. Those euros you are saving, you're not saving, you're just poisoning yourself. So trust me, it's worth it to buy proper bio. But yeah, again, eating is social, so sometimes you're with friends and you have not so much control. Like, I will never deny delicious food made from the mom of someone. So yeah, a little bit of toxic there, I guess, is fine. But just try it, and most important, you know that you're a little bit toxic now, but you also see that this can be enjoyable. It's just trying new things and trying to be as poison-free as possible. using our resources on a clever way, like avoiding pesticides and buying bioproducts. Thank you so much.